Welcome back, Twisters. I wanted to take some time to reflect on 2020 for this channel and give you my top 10 best moments from this past year. And let me know down in the comments below if you have a favorite video that I released over the past year, if there was a certain theme. Just let me know down in the comments. I'd be curious to know your thoughts. So this is just kind of my rankings looking back on the year. And then after this, I'm actually going to reflect on sort of what I think you can expect later on in 2021. And let's have some fun with this. And for anybody who's new to this, if you like hockey history and hockey culture and Jersey talk, of course, I definitely invite you to subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and join the Twist Brigade. So without further ado, my friends, let's get started. This order, these rankings, they could shift a lot. It's entirely subjective. So anyway, I'll start with a recent development, which comes in at number 10 here. So the channel recently eclipsed 100,000 views, which is terrific to see at the end of this year. And we did so very comfortably with some of the recent videos that I put out. They were well received, like my cool hockey mystery unboxing and my Fanatics merch unboxing as well. So we finished the year very strongly, and it's not quite there. It's like 15 views away, I think. But my vlog from 2019 between the Sharks and the Golden Knights, Game 7, that video is nearly at 10,000 views. So maybe once we get to January 1st, that video will tick up past 10K. So that's pretty cool to see. And hopefully I have more videos that are eclipsing that milestone, and maybe some videos that do so very quickly next year too. So number 10 there. Number 9, jersey concepts were a big hit. So I ended up actually producing some jersey concepts for the ECHL. I released a video of that last summer, and Neil from Post to Post, he actually featured those concepts in 2 videos on his channel. One was a live stream with the community kind of reacting to the designs, and then he also ranked them in a separate video with Justin from Hands Down Hockey. So awesome to see just good overall reception for those. And I've even started producing concepts for channels like Hands Down Hockey. I haven't done Post to Post just yet, but if you want to see those, first and foremost, I invite you to follow me on Twitter and or Instagram. Just see the video description down below for more info on that. And then maybe I'll produce a video showing off all the concepts and kind of my decisions and rationale behind each one. Number 8, the Twisted Wrister logo also debuted this year. The official Twisted Wrister logo, and I'm fired up with how it turned out. It looks terrific. Something that I put a lot of time into, and that dates back even a year ago, maybe even 2 years ago. I think I started actually sketching some ideas that I had. The actual final design, that's not something from me. I'm not a professional designer, but I worked with a designer over Fiverr to make that happen, and I'm thrilled about it. It looks great. It incorporates my themes very well. And the next step would be to put that logo on some merchandise. So I'll talk about that a little bit later on. Number 7, this was pretty fun. So back to channel jersey concepts. So I produced one for Urinating Tree, one of my favorite channels on YouTube. All sorts of sports talk, especially as it pertains to Pittsburgh-based sports. So I put together a concept of that, and that was based on the Robo Penguin jersey because he's a Penguins fan. He's also a Sharks fan too. But yeah, he commented on that video, and it got 337 likes on Twitter. And I mean, I myself, I don't get that kind of feedback on my tweets ever. So just seeing that kind of blow up comparatively was very satisfying, especially coming from a channel and a creator that I look up to quite a bit. So that for me was very, very thrilling right there. Number 6, we had 2 fantastic live streams in particular this year. Actually 3, but I'm going to group 2 of them together. So at number 6, I wanted to highlight our 2 streams, one for Guess the Jersey and one for Help Me Shop or Help Me Pick Out a Jersey. So Guess the Jersey, that's actually also on this countdown. But we had a very interactive, fun, engaging stream in which people sent in photos from their jersey collection, and then we had the community try to guess and figure out what those cryptic photos actually were of. So we had a fun time with that one. And then I think right after that, we had a stream in which the community helped me pick out what my next jersey would be, and we went through this elaborate series of questions to come up with like 4 finalists, and the winner ended up being a Colby Cave Oilers jersey, and that was pretty much unanimous once we got to our finalists. So I bought the jersey, hand-stitched from Cool Hockey, and it turned out beautifully. And of course, I'm finding plenty of opportunity to hang that jersey up in my videos. So that was awesome of you guys, absolutely. And you know what, really, even though it's not number one, you guys know that you are number one on this because you help with your feedback and ideas and enthusiasm. That obviously helps the channel just strengthen itself and grow too. So you guys are number one no matter what. Number 5? Yeah. Number 5 was that every week from late March through mid-September, we had at least one live stream every week. And I hadn't really gotten into live streaming until a few months before then. But I said, even with the season shut down, I'm still going to do this. It's still good to talk about hockey and just connect with people on the channel here. And I thought that especially once we had the pandemic and we had that lull where we didn't even know what was going to happen with the postseason, I think it was good to, still have some sort of interactions going on aside from, people commenting on my videos and whatnot. So I'm glad that we, were able to see that through. I know that I don't do streams as much now, but I think during that time it was especially important. At number 4, so on one of my playoff streams on August 11th, we were graced by the presence of none other than Shannon the Hockey Guy. And I had no idea he was going to drop into the stream. And of course, like many other creators out there, he's certainly a benchmark. I look at him for, obviously the frequency of content, and he has a lot of great content on hockey history. I've learned a lot through Shannon's channel and just that commitment. And then, of course, I look up to Neil's, especially when it comes to not just his on-screen presence, but also just his production quality is pretty much unbeatable when it comes to hockey on YouTube. So Shannon's a big reason why I decided to create content on here, and so to see him on there was unbelievable, just totally unexpected. I was just like, thank you. How many times should I say thank you? Nonetheless, I was also greeted with the presence of other hockey content creators, including Audie James, Kim, IslesGirl3, and John from Hot Take Hockey. And a lot of collaborators or people I've collaborated with are a part of my streams, even when I don't expect it at all. And so it's always a joy to have them on there too, especially it's kind of like a pseudo celebrity presence, especially when Shannon joins. So that for me, that could almost be number 1 or number 2 as well. Number 3, I think the Guess the Jersey series was probably the biggest content highlight from this year, or maybe second biggest. It was just really well received, got really good viewership numbers. It was an opportunity for me to collaborate. I want to extend a thank you to Nick from Windy City Hockey. Check him out if you haven't already. He was the first person I collaborated with on that series, and he kind of launched the idea of creating a series on this. And so I was also featured on his channel with some jerseys from my collection. He did very well with that, by the way. And I collaborated with Post to Post. We had a great collaboration with that. I collaborated with my friend Tyler, who I used to live just like 20 minutes away from him. And I collaborated with some other folks as well. We had so much fun with that series. And of course, we had a live stream for that. Number 2. So back in October, I got a Arizona Coyotes Kachina jersey. I had it customized, and I did an unboxing of it. And the customization was number 12, Paul Bissonette. I put Biz Nasty on the back. And so I tweeted that out, and I even tagged him. And I don't really do that much myself. I don't like to just like always tag when I don't think it's necessary. But it was pretty relevant. It was pretty cool. It was a Kachina jersey, first of all. It had Biz Nasty on the back, so I tagged him. And he was actually the first person to like my tweet, which was awesome. He replied right away. And then he commented, "Go Yotes," and he even retweeted it. And that got 305 likes, or at least my original tweet did. So that was pretty sick to see that kind of light up there. And people loved the jersey. And kind of like with the Urinating Tree, just like really cool, comments and feedback and whatnot. So that was awesome to, have some sort of interaction with Biz Nasty there. And of course, if the other sort of moments like that sort of manifest, then I'll be sure to do my best to try to push that to their view. And number 1, I'm sure a lot of you were expecting this one, but the channel getting monetized for reaching 1,000 subscribers back in August. It was funny how that kind of went down. I forgot who was the one who like tagged me in the first place. I think it was a collaborator, but I could be wrong. And I was on the road up here to Idaho, and I'm like, wait, I reached 1,000. It was kind of funny how we had 1,000, and then it like YouTube was having some like subscriber count problems, so then it dropped down by like 12 people, and then we kind of like slowly made it our way back there. But nonetheless, we got there. I was able to monetize, which is great, because I definitely want to hopefully have some sort of success, in terms of a career and being able to develop myself further on YouTube. Anyway, that's not happening tomorrow, but we're still working at that, absolutely. And we celebrated with a 1K subs giveaway. And so a lucky recipient, in this case, it was Josiah up in northern Manitoba. He got a jersey of his choice, an Adidas jersey of his choice, which was a Winnipeg Jets Heritage Classic, great pick, customized Twisted Wrister and his number 57 on the back. So I'm really happy that we got a chance to kind of celebrate that all together, and just the support that comes in for me, whether it's a milestone or not. It's always wonderful, guys. It's pretty overwhelming, actually, just to see how much enthusiasm there is from you. So thank you very much, guys. I just want to finish up with a few things that maybe you can expect in 2021 as it pertains to this channel and the Twisted Wrister brand. When looking ahead at what I have in mind for the channel in 2021, the thing is that the core of this channel is going to remain storytelling. That's the big focus for me. That's what I do best. So I want to anchor the Twisted Wrister brand, I guess, here on YouTube with video creation. I want my content to be the actual core content, the substance of that, not just my production value, not just my flow. I want the content to be authentic, and I want that to be presented in a way that nobody else can do. That's kind of like the lofty expectation there. So anyway, a dedication to storytelling remains the core of this channel, and I'll even amplify that over the course of this year. The second thing that I think that you can expect, I want to make sure that there's always some sort of content, at least one video a week. And I average out to that, if not even more. But the thing is that I will have busy periods, like moving, that was a huge busy period there. So I always want to make sure that there's something that you can look forward to, even if I'm not available to actually work on something at the moment. I want to make sure that perhaps I work in advance and I kind of bank some content so that, maybe I'll release something like Tales from the NHL. I'll have that series going on, sort of if I catch myself busy with work stuff, or I have something else going on as it pertains to life outside of YouTube. So anyway, one video a week, that's going to be the goal, even if I have to produce stuff in advance and release it later on, kind of like evergreen content. So it's to keep you guys entertained, definitely. Number 3, this is kind of like a two-prong approach. So on one end of things, I've found that the opportunity to collaborate with other hockey YouTubers has been great. I've enjoyed that very much, and I continue to seek opportunities to do that, or at least join other people's productions. I'm going to certainly have that more toward the forefront, I think, when it comes to my content. And I want to do that with other sports channels. So not just hockey, but also people who are putting out, let's say somebody like Urinating Tree, who talks about Pittsburgh area sports and sports at large as well, or 5 Points videos, or Giraffe Neck Mark, or somebody like that, or maybe somebody who is putting out content on sports in the Bay Area. I want to be aggressively pursuing opportunities to do that. It works because it'll give my channel more visibility, number one, and number two, hopefully it will actually open up people to hockey more, especially now that the season is going to, be taking place at a different time. Maybe more people will have the opportunity to get interested in that as well. So that's the first prong. The other prong to this is that, there's opportunity to work with you guys to actually create content. So in other words, I could field more photos and videos and questions and ideas and comments from you guys and actually integrate that into my videos. So for example, Justin and Neil on their channels, they've had subscribers film short little intros like, my name is Kyle and I live in British Columbia and I'm a fan of the Florida Panthers. They need more fans. And you're watching, Post to Post, or you're watching Hands Down Hockey. I'm not going to do that specifically, at least I don't plan to do, but that's the type of content that I want you guys to submit. Maybe a little 30-second video of your favorite jersey and how you got it and why you like it so much, or photos of like a hockey rink in your area. I want to be able to kind of stitch that together and tell stories that incorporate the community at large. That will help diversify the content on here and kind of set it apart from sort of what you normally would expect from me as it pertains to, well, what do you expect from me anyway? I'm curious to know. So I think that those two prongs right there will help diversify things and definitely give me some more viewership as well. So I'm excited about that certain opportunity there. Number 4, I wanted to talk a little bit about merchandising. So I have the Twisted Wrister logo, and I'm a fan of it, and I hope you are too. And I'm currently planning on having like a digital storefront where you can buy branded t-shirts, perhaps hoodies, hopefully hats, and some other accessories as well, like stickers and coffee mugs and stuff like that. So my estimate is that a version 1 of this will be available probably early in the spring, if not a little bit sooner. But let's say early spring. And yeah, so I might be collecting some input as to what other types of merchandise you guys want. I'm excited to get to that. And eventually I'll work with some other designers and artists to produce other artwork for the channel and maybe merchandise from that as well. So I hope you guys are excited, and I appreciate your patience if you've been waiting for something like this, but do know that I am thinking about this. The last thing, it's more specific to what kind of content and topics. Well, guess what? The Kraken are coming to the NHL in 2021, if not 2022, if they delay the season again. But anyway, the Kraken are going to be my closest NHL team, so I do want to put out some coverage for the Kraken. I'm not sure exactly what, but I think that there is opportunity to talk about the Kraken and in the context of hockey here in the Pacific Northwest, between Washington, Oregon, and where I am in Idaho. So perhaps I will create a little bit more content on some of the teams that are around here, like the Steelheads for the ECHL, as well as the Spokane Chiefs for the WHL. Now, these teams aren't having seasons this year, or at least not at this moment, but of course, I'm going to be looking for stories to kind of bring to life in the form of video content here on YouTube. And the Kraken, of course, I don't know. I want to be part of the initiative of growing a fan base out here. I'm already seeing people wearing Kraken stuff out here, so I'm hoping that there's some sort of tie-in between being a video creator and also getting people amped up for this sort of thing, and maybe converting some people to Sharks fans as well. Anyway, my friends, that's going to do it for this video. Again, let me know down in the comments below if there was a certain moment from the channel, if there was a video that you enjoyed most, and I hope that you guys are looking forward to this upcoming season. There will be some video content around that in the next 2 weeks. And I hope that you're looking forward to a new year, 2021 ahead. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this. And I hope to catch you again for more discussions around hockey history, hockey culture, and yeah, jerseys. Jerseys are a big piece of that as well. Anyway, guys, happy new year to you. I will talk to you again soon. Catch you later.